That we live in a word oppressive environment, and that was shared by Imam Warren Muhammad. The vision. The individual is the sum total of the whole. That could determine how incoherent or coherent any of us may be when it comes to our cognitive abilities. It could be as so that we were born with the same faculties and the same consciousness. The difference is the manner in which we use them. I've learned that we're born in a condition, placed in a situation, surrounded by circumstances, consequently due to some previous activity that has taken place. I encourage myself, and as well as others, to confront their difficulties. The more you confront your difficulty, the less difficult it becomes when it comes to situation, because situations can overwhelm you. Yes, division to unity. One must acknowledge differences, because I have learned that 5 learning disabilities, feelings of inadequacy, indifferences/differences, grievances, discrepancies, and alienation. Yes. Acknowledge the differences. Then center on commonality. Nina Fuller says that when we come together, we should give each other constructive value. We need to pair when it comes to our awareness of differences. Pair awareness. That means we need to be more self-aware. And what we're aware of is the shared human needs, the human goals, and the human values. So then we need to promote intergroup understanding. That's why some people deal with interfaiths. Because I've learned that when it comes to the maturation process, in which I push, is that first we must have an understanding. And after we have understanding, then we understand what our tolerance level may be. And after we understand what our tolerance level may be, and then we will get to a point, deal with temperance/temperament. And the temperance is the self-control. And they are the connectors and the bridge builders. The one is the bridge builder to the tolerance, to the understanding, and the temperament is the attitude that is the connection to the confidence. And that confidence leads to respect. Okay. Now, as we promote integration through shared experiences, we're talking about the vision to unity. Someone says oneness is stronger than conflict and unity is stronger than diversity. It could be a Islamic teaching. But we want to encourage cooperative projects, because now we're making the shift, because we may make the shift in our narratives, but we may not have embraced the shift in our behavior when it comes to collaborative groups, problem solving. And that deals with interaction skills and interpersonal skills. Yes. Now, focus on systems, not just identity. Now, I often says that all mentalities come out of a system, or systems come from a mentality. Yes, systems comes from a mentality, and one's worldview is their mentality. Yes, and because sometimes the conversation should shift from minimizing as much as we can of blaming each other. Yes. And that could be done from a historical perspective. Why it is your fault, but we should, as we examine whatever is going on, we should have enough sense to reconcile our differences to be able to fix it. Yeah, I think that's clear. And doing so, I often realize that the mandate is to cultivate the potential of knowledge that is in us all. And cultivating that, anything that exists has potential, but you have to activate that potential. Yes, activate it, put it to use. So yes, and I conclude that our true purpose is to reach our full potential. That is not to reflect carelessness nor callousness. And the reason why I say that, because I often said that society is under a social reconstruction, where our feelings are becoming desensitized, our thoughts demoralized, our attitude dehumanized, and our words or language devitalized. This means what we're saying to one another, we don't want to listen. It's almost like, I don't want to listen to you because I am the one that's right. Yes. And we just need to make the necessary adjustments, make the mental shift, as well as the narrative shift, as well as the behavior shift. Yes. So cultivating, and what needs to be cultivated, what is called empathy. And when it comes to, as I stated earlier, once you encourage any of us to, and as well as myself, to confront the difficulty of the situation, however way you choose to confront it, because it could overwhelm you, and that's when stuff triggers you. Yes. And once the more you confront it, the less difficulty it becomes. Yes. There we go. And we need to exercise this on a daily basis, and that we won't get to a point that we want, from a culture perspective, let me use that, people want you to see them through their cultural lenses, force people to see you through your cultural lenses, because we're dealing with family background, culture background, individual experience, and environment. Yes, and some people will try to force you to see it that way. Yes, these are very challenging. So, then what is the celebration? The celebration of our shared values. It could be associated with culture. And our achievements. We can achieve things that was very positive, then one little wrong thing considered to be wrong, then the blame, then we don't realize that that's a serious piece, that we will hold one little wrong, one so-called wrong thing, as if that which was wrong, we cannot correct it. Yeah, that's a serious piece, man. That's a serious piece. Yes. So let's celebrate our milestones. Yes, celebrate them, man. Yes, hold them in high esteem, rather than just always trying to hold yourself. Let's hold yourself as an individual in high esteem. Let's celebrate the collective, holding each other collectively in high esteem. And let's build on that. Because I don't know, there would be no need for low self-esteem if we hold each other in high esteem. You think about that. I don't know if that was Dr. Guru or what, But yes, our collaborative wins. Yes. And let's encourage. I always like to say encourage. I say self-introspection and self-reflection. And self-introspection can be quite difficult. It can be quite difficult. But the self-reflection is the whatever it is that's going on in one's life. We can it's best that we try to change it. Yes, it's best that we try to change it. Yes. And I realized that when you go to the store, you want change. You want your change back. And I realized that, which is probably, killing society, is resistance to change. I realized that change is a product of human effort, and effort must be synthesized unto a useful purpose. Yes. And seasons change. We don't want to change. Yes. Life is about adjustments, man. It's about adjustments, good people. Yes. Yes. As we do this, encourage reflection and the spaces that are created is a space of reflection, critical thinking, not monologue, but dialogue, and maybe we can work on being less combative. Yeah, we could work on being less combative. Yes. And because I concluded personally, don't necessarily mean that it's so. 3 things that I'm going about being liberated from is psychological, emotional, and spiritual decay or decadence. Yes. And decadence is considered to be moral culture decline, recidivism, and it is associated with a lack of accountability. Yes. Yes. Because I realize that love is the manner and way in which we communicate as a family, our humanity. And that deals with order, duty, responsibility, and accountability. Yes. And for our common humanity, the extent and the damage of the injury that has been done to our humanity will be determined how we respond or how we react, and maybe including myself could be under the influence of the larger culture, the larger society, and it could become very intoxicating and throws off the chemical imbalance within myself that in my thinking and in my words and in my behavior, they may not be lining up. But when you have understanding, when you have balance, understanding speaks clearly. And that's why I said with the maturation process, you got to have the understanding. Once you have the understanding, we understand what we will and will not tolerate. That's fine. That's our tolerance. And then we're dealing with the temperament/temperament. And then we deal with the confidence, and then we deal with the respect. Yes. And doing so. And when it comes to division to what we call unity, it should bring about the awareness of balance, or balance awareness. And when you deal with the balance awareness or the awareness of balance, you apply that. Yes, you apply that and demonstrate that with action. Yes, that's what it is. Yes. So other than that, some of this came from a book that I have written sometime. You Can Make a Difference. The working lessons and the teachings of Common Humanity Mission. And this is the latest book. It's a work textbook. I'm very pleased that I call this the granddaddy. In the tradition of those who went before me, such as W. Du Bois, and those who were unable to articulate their experience, someone else had to do it for them, as Professor Hardy said, that they would suffer in silence. So literature. And you know of, I mean, not you don't know what Will Durant, John Jackson said, what makes a civilized society is a literate society. And it consists of scholars and scientists. But their contingency blueprint, yes, and the contingency is you, restoring and redeeming the human spirit, yes, because I often say that society is under social reconstruction. And I think one of the most profound writers of social reconstruction was W. Du Bois, and I think a sister by the name of Alexandra, can't think of her name, deal with that. It's associated with something called what they call Jim Crow. But Du Bois was sharp on that, and just following the traditions, of my grandmother Mary, my grandfather Richard, my all those, and a part of my ancestral pool, tradition of my Aunt Martha, in their spirit, you know, in the spirit of my uncle Richard, who in their spirit, and those who I do not know, my Aunt Connie, who I've seen some time ago, and yes, it's just in their spirit. I'm just that's a part of my ancestral pool, and I cannot deny that. So whatever it is that's pushing me, motivating me to this point. But this one here is deal with the addiction. Hopefully, I'm gonna get together. I'm still trying to finalize some things with this, and maybe possibly do a signing or a gathering or a signing, either or. I don't know nothing too much about all that crazy stuff there, because what I do from the heart. And addiction and recovery and the reconstruction of the modern society, because it is shaping the society. And I've concluded personally that people have become addicted to a behavior of being under the influence or intoxicated, not so much with power, but with being disoriented. Yes, and you can become very delusional of the illusion of inclusion. And it is not, I am not a diagnosis of anything, because it's all about development. Yes, it's all about development.